I didn't expect to find this in Dilijan.
But we shouldn't really be on this bridge.
Ganads.
Ganads. But this is just really unmatched to the city, to the town of Dilijan. Like,
A little bit of ice cream and cool it down. Wow, wow, wow. Good morning, guys, from Dilijan, Armenia. We are still here. We are here for two reasons. One, we haven't yet explored the town. And two, we are actually staying at Dilijan Hotel, and they have invited us, or we are going to an 80s jazz disco event. Something completely different, something that I know nothing about. I know nothing about jazz, but like you say, travel, throw yourself in there, throw yourself in the deep end to things that you're not used to. But we have an absolute feast for breakfast. Dilijan is known as like the gastronomic center, even though it is a small little town in the mountains. But I don't know where to start. There's probably like 20 different dishes. I'm gonna try this. Look at this nice little bit of French toast. Oh my god, that is really good. What else have we got? We've got cheeses, we've got meats. We've got all sorts like Turkish delight here. There's some strawberries, there's fresh fruits, there's bacon, there's sour cream, pots of yogurt. I'm gonna be eating a lot today.
we have more.
Wow. Special in the rice.
That looks so good. Is it like a curry?
Not the curry, but something like that.
Ooh, it
Similar.
looks really nice. Is it an Armenian dish?
Well, actually, yeah, we are making it here in our kitchen.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, it smells lovely.
It looks really good.
And more?
Pigs with meat.
Thank you.
You said you weren't going to be able to eat it all. No, you definitely won't.
I mean, it's slightly overboard.
I think that is it now. I think we are finished, but we have the river making a lovely noise down below. We've got the sun shining, the fresh air, and I'm eating an Armenian curry.
A new dish,
for
I've never tried
breakfast.
it.
You ready? Oh, it's good. It's creamy, garlicky. Strange for a morning, but it tastes really good.
We literally have plans today to be trying lots of the different restaurants in the town, being that it is the gastronomic centre of Armenia. But I don't think that's going to happen with all
No
this
way.
food. And it's not just a lot of food; it's a lot of good food. Like, this could be the best breakfast I've ever had. They got pancakes rolled with like minced beef meat.
So instead of a sweet pancake, it's a savoury pancake this morning.
Oh my god, that is really good. It's got like cheese in it.
Is it like a taco?
It's sort of similar. It's like a mini burrito. Fried eggs have come out, boiled egg. Basically, any breakfast dish you can think of is here, and then they've thrown in a few curveballs as well.
White chocolate and French toast.
I'm really not so sure about that chocolate on toast.
Absolutely stuffed. I could barely make it down. That's where we were sat for breakfast. I could barely make it down to where we are walking now, which is the mini river stream that I told you we could hear at breakfast that we're going to overlook. We're going to go and walk down and check it out.
I didn't actually expect this. It's like it is a full-blown river. It's actually really fast-flowing. This is what Dilijan's all about, being that it's a national park, get out in the hills. We're going to go for little walks and find little spots like this. I don't know if there's like some building over here. I don't know if this is related to our hotel.
Oh my god, it's so loud!
It's really fast-flowing. It must be coming down from the mountains above. This is great. Literally a 2-minute walk from our accommodation, and we are in deep, lush forest. I'm going to try and get next to this river though. Oh my god, you've got to be careful. Apparently Armenia has a lot of snakes. Please do not fall. Please do not fall. Look at this. This is lovely. Oh my god, I'm slipping. But yeah, that's the river. I don't know the name of the river. Oh, there's a really cool wooden bridge up here as well. Do you reckon I can jump to the middle? I really want to jump to the middle of this. But there's like a little wooden bridge up here. Oh my god. This is what Dilijan's all about. Fresh air, rivers, great food. But this is great. I think this could be to do with the accommodation. And then we are going to get, after we chill out here for a bit, get a taxi down into town, because we haven't even checked out the town yet. Do you think this one's safe?
I think I prefer the other bridge.
The wooden man-made one.
Look, the wood has gone rotten, man.
It's not exactly deep if you fall in.
Yeah, but we shouldn't really be on this bridge.
We were just waiting for the taxi, and you can see how local it is. Staying a few miles, few kilometers outside of the town. I would definitely recommend it. You get to get the full Dilijan experience. Our next door neighbor literally has pet cows. Hello. The agriculture is great here. They've got cows. Yesterday we saw a pig walking down this road, which is sadly not here. We've got all the little local dogs, which love you. You've got to feed them. We went to the shop yesterday and fed this little one.
He's nice. Oh, I didn't drop that. Here you go, look. Small bits, gently, please.
And now we have literally adopted you, haven't we? Yeah.
And I think we are in the centre of Dilijan. I think it looks like it, do you?
I think the town is separated by like an upper and lower. It's like a hill town, it really is. You can get your marshrutkas here, I presume, back to Yerevan and other cities. This part is more of like I'd say like the commercial, more for the locals, not so much for the tourists. So you've got like your supermarkets, everything like that. So we're going to walk a little bit further up. We're just winging it today. We're not too sure what to expect, but the views, the greenery, it looks completely different to anything we've seen anywhere else in Armenia. A lot of Armenia we found to be quite dry, quite barren, but here it's very green, it's lush.
Well, this is the strangest thing ever. We were just walking on the main road and we stumbled across like an amphitheater. I googled it just to have a look and there doesn't seem to be any information on it other than it's one of the newest buildings in the city. Like, I can't help but think that this is just really unmatched to the city, to the town of Dilijan. Like, why on earth is there a half-built amphitheater and all of these seats here? Like, who's coming here and who's sitting here? Because all I can see is empty buildings and a load of empty space.
This is so random. When I first saw it and Molly checked online, I was expecting something to say, oh, back in like the 4th century, 5th century or something like that, this was built, but apparently it's pretty new. I don't know how new, I don't know whether it was built during the Soviet Union and back then it was maybe busy, people would come and watch shows, or maybe people still watch shows today, but I am up on the stage. Molly is down in the crowd. I didn't expect to find this in Dilijan.
This is technically the old town of Dilijan. We found Sharon Bayan Street, which is like a really small street, as you can see, quite touristy.
I didn't expect Dilijan to be this touristy.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot walking about.
There's quite a lot walking about, and this is the old street. It dates back to the 19th century. It's got old wooden houses and traditional crafts. I didn't realise, but I think Dilijan is known for like craft workshops and sort of handcrafted things. So there's a lot going on in this tiny, tiny street.
It's actually recently been restored. It seems like the spot for the photo in Dilijan if you want to come and get your photo. But like Molly said, there's a lot of guest houses, so it'd be a cool spot to stay, definitely. You can get your handcraft Dilijan made souvenirs and get your photo, pretty much it. There's not really restaurants or anything like that. It's just a nice little spot to walk by. It's like just off the main street. You've got like this and it's hidden just below you.
Oh, just across, yeah.
And is the after.
And the face? Is it like Jesus, the face?
I don't know what who is this face, but
that was interesting. So the local guy was trying to explain to us about the face that was in the cross. I'm still not sure what it was because he kept saying, he was like telling the story and then I was like, what's the face about? And he kept going, secret, secret. So I have no clue why there was like it was like a baby's face, I think, in the middle of the cross. But we're slowly making our way down the hill. This place massively reminds me of Kandy in Sri Lanka if you've been. It's like a hilltop town, city, and you've got lovely restaurants overlooking the lake below, which I think there's a lake in Kandy as well, so it's very, very similar. We're just trying to find a restaurant now for some lunch, one on the hill overlooking the town.
Wow, I think we found the place.
Ganads. To our compot. We've done well here. This is what I was looking for. One of the restaurants overlooking the town below on top. And we've come into Kutch, which I think means pot. So basically here you have to order something that's been cooked in the wood fire oven in a clay pot, but because it's such a big breakfast, I've gone for a dessert. It's also cooked in the wood fire oven in a clay pot. Is that not the cleverest cat you have ever seen?
It seems to have worked out that the tap is dripping and it can jump up and just lick the drips. Way too much sugar. What were we playing at?
They look... Can you smell that?
I wish you could smell this. Like, this is absolutely the best smell ever. So we have cookie dough that is still bubbling from being in the oven, and then we have chocolate brownie, which, what do I start with? And ice cream, of
brownie.
course.
I reckon brownie.
Oh my god, too many choices. Hang on. Is it going to be too hot?
No, just do it. A little bit of ice cream, cool it down.
Oh my god, it's so gooey. Okay, a little bit of ice cream. Oh my god, is that too much?
No, you got it.
Can you see that? Look at that goodness. Oh, hot. Too hot. Oh my god. Oh. That will be the best brownie you have ever tasted, but it's just about my mouth.
It's gonna be really difficult, so Molly is gonna... It's basically
like a baby.
Oh my god, here we go. Right. Oh, it's so good. Cookie dough. It better not be too hot.
Ready?
Alright, it's hot. Oh my god, it melts in your mouth.
Doesn't it?
Mmm. How is a dessert cooked in a wood fire oven in a clay pot? That is good. That is good cookie dough. I am not normally a dessert man, but that was actually something special. The fact that it had been cooked in wood fire oven in the clay pot, but I am now like not far off a Connery after that and the huge breakfast this morning. Lucky we got to walk down this hill to the lake. I saw the lake looks really nice, and there's a monument that I can see at the bottom of the hill. I'm not too sure what the monument represents. I'm sure Molly will find out. She is the girl with the internet. It's very lucky for you and your internet because there's not one sign here.
I am Mrs. Fact Lady today. So it turns out this is a tribute to the 50 years in which Armenia was under the Soviet Union, was Soviet Armenia. So it's built back in the 70s, and each of the 5 points is a decade to which Armenia was under Soviet rule.
Being that Armenia was in the Soviet Union for 70 years, it probably should have 2 more pillars after the collapse of the Soviet Union in '91. But I presume it was built, well, it must have been built in the 70s to commemorate the 50 years. I wouldn't have known if it wasn't for Molly, and you don't have Wi-Fi, there are no signs. But it's a pretty cool monument overlooking the hills here of Dilijan, the 50 years that Dilijan spent in the Soviet Union. Check out the lake as well. There wasn't so much going on. I mean, you've got the lake there in Dilijan with a nice little restaurant or bar. You can have like a couple of drinks. I think it's called Number 2. It's one of the other recommended ones. But we had to rush back. I'm like very underdressed at the moment. I think I'm going to get changed because I've got to have a beer to calm my nerves. We're going to the 80s disco jazz disco. Yeah. That's what I mean, throwing yourself in the deep end. I know nothing about jazz. I think we have a buffet dinner first, and then the jazz event starts, and then there's an after party until 2 in the morning. I'm not sure we'll manage until 2 in the morning.
We definitely won't. We're old now, basically.
We are. We're going to jazz party. But I really don't know what to expect.
Guinness to 80s jazz. Welcome to the 80s.
Good morning. Well, that was certainly an experience. It wasn't quite an 80s jazz disco. It was just pure 80s disco. We went down there, we had a buffet dinner with a couple of beers, and then we headed down into the conference room for what we thought was the jazz, the 80s jazz, but it was just an 80s disco. It was, yeah, certainly an experience. It was very, very interesting. The Armenians seem to love the 80s Western music. There was quite a few songs that we recognised, even though it was slightly before our time. We had cocktails, these really cool cocktails with like the squeezy syringe to do like shots out of. We were certainly living last night. We didn't make it till 2 in the morning. We're getting old, Molly.
We're too old.
We're getting old. Why are we not making it until 2 in the morning? Obviously we couldn't film too much because our old friend YouTube wouldn't like the 80s music on the videos, and then this would get taken down. But the view this morning is lovely here from Dilijan, overlooking the mountains. I can hear the river flowing below. Before we check out, I've got to show you around the room. Well, Molly will show you around the room. We've actually had a change of plan. We're heading back to Yerevan before doing a 2-day trip to the south, close to the Iran border.
I am embarrassed that we didn't make it until 2 in the morning, and tonight they actually have the jazz event, hence the name of the hotel, Dilijan. But we're on one of our 2 balconies and it is just unbelievably peaceful. We have the views of the mountains and you've got the stream that we showed you flowing down beneath us. It's so peaceful, isn't it, listening to this? And it's sunny, boiling hot.
It's needed after the music until 2 AM.
You need it. And then you come in to our humongous area, living room. We have our sofa, we have our table, a chair, we have a desk area. I love this to do work. It's really airy and bright. More desk, kettle, tea, coffee, TV, so much space. Bathroom number 1. I'm out of breath.
That's your bathroom, by the way.
Wardrobe, yeah, it is. Our huge bedroom, and then this is obviously the master bathroom with the shower. And then it leads me to, you're gonna have to go out first, balcony number 2. Unbelievable space. The bigger balcony. This is the bigger balcony, unbelievable space, still the same views, and I just think this is what Dilijan is all about.
Fresh air.
Fresh air.
Jazz, 80s parties.
Jazz, 80s, you know, it was a great experience, and I'm glad that we spent a few days and had a day exploring Dilijan. But as Matt said, we have had a change of plan and we are going to be heading back to Yerevan today before we head to the south.
I'm excited. It's a lot more unexplored, the south.
A lot more unexplored, and we will be doing some exploring. So stay tuned for that, and we will see you when we start exploring the south of Armenia.